What's up, guys? It's Crash, and what did you guys think of that trailer? I thought it was awesome. I want to know what you guys think in the comments down below. That was awesome. I really enjoyed watching that. I can't wait to see where the game takes us. But as far as how the reveal went down, that is essentially all that they showed today live. The live stream was pretty much just the trailer. The information comes to us from their web page. So instead of having the developers talk about everything, they just dropped a ton of information on the web page. So that's what we're going to look at today. There's mainly one big question we don't know about, and then a couple things we learned, and then we're going to look over this together. Now, a lot of game changers have already put their videos out. They got a bunch of information ahead of time. They gave us a little bit more information. We'll talk about that. But what I want to do for this video is break down everything you guys need to know. We're going to skim over this website, but it's going to be organized and time tagged down below so you can check out what you're interested in, or you can, see what we're going to talk about later on in the video. Either way, I appreciate you watching, and let's just get into it live. I'm just going to kind of talk about this stuff with you, and as we go through it, I'm not going to read it to you. You guys know how to read. We're just going to discuss it a little bit and take a look at some stuff. So before we get into the website, the main thing that we did not learn about was crossplay. There was nothing in there about crossplay at all. There's a couple game modes that we don't know much about. They dropped that there's going to be Hazard Zone and then a completely redacted game mode. So we didn't learn about all the game modes. Those are some of the things that are still up in the air, will likely come out. There's also several more specialists. We're going to talk about specialists a little later. Those are also not all revealed yet that we're going to have to look at. So some of the things that we learned from the game changers is Jack Frag says there is no campaign for sure. And that's why I think, we're going to talk about it. There's a lot more context and story to this multiplayer. So also let me know what you guys think about a campaign. Campaigns are great. They're really fun, but once people already play through them, it's just a lot of development resources that don't get replayed through the years. So I think this is an, interesting approach. I like it quite a bit. And, yeah, there's a lot to unpack here story-wise. They also said no battle royale, and I want to caution everyone that Modern Warfare 2019 also, when it was revealed, said that there was going to be no battle royale, and we all know how big Warzone is. So that's something to keep in mind, guys. Although they're saying no battle royale, that might mean no battle royale at launch, or there's not one in development. I'm not completely gone off that idea. The Hazard Zone game mode is also extremely interesting, so we'll see what that does. So let's hop into this website. We're going to look through it together. I have some tabs open for us that we're going to check out and look at some things, skim over stuff and discuss it. So the first thing I wanted to talk about was just the game overview. As you guys have already seen, it's Battlefield 2042, 128 players. Now, this goes along with what we've already talked about. However, that is only on current gen and PC only. Last gen consoles will only have support for 64 players. And it says prepare for unprecedented scale on vast environments. Now, some of the game experiences they've talked about, as you can see just above my head there, All Out Warfare, that is our core breakthrough conquest stuff we're used to as Battlefield fans. Then Hazard Zone, this is interesting. Squad up and drop down into a Hazard Zone, all in an all new high stakes multiplayer experience. Stay tuned for more information coming later this year. Dropping into a Hazard Zone really sounds like battle royale to me, but I guess it's not. And then redacted, this is also very interesting. Enter the wide universe of Battlefield in a new experience designed as a love letter to our fans, coming to Battlefield 2042. Stay tuned for more details. So there's going to be more details at EA Play. We also learned that we're going to see gameplay on June 13th. So this Sunday is when we're going to be able to see gameplay. And then it talks a little bit about the maps being large scale. We will get into that in a little bit. The dynamic world, again, talking about natural disasters, evolution, things like that we've been discussing on this channel, and a cutting edge arsenal. Of course, there's going to be tons of vehicles. With it being in the future, the sky is the limit with vehicles and weapons and everything. Now, specialists is one of the few somewhat negative things. I've heard a few people that are worried about the specialists, and rightfully so. When I hear specialist, I think, Black Ops 3, 4, Call of Duty, and I really did enjoy the specialist. However, This is seen as a replacement for the class system, and I am holding judgment until we actually play with them, because we have essentially no idea how they're balanced. I mean, you could look at a medic and say, you know, it's a specialist that has an ability to res quickly in Battlefield 5, you know, like all the different things. You know, you can look at a recon and say, well, it has a specialist to do 3D spotting in Battlefield 5, things like that. So it might just be a change in the name with a little bit more difference in them. I'm not getting too upset yet, but specialists are something we'll talk about. There's a few of them revealed, and we will keep our eye on that. And then the world, it talks about how this is an extreme weather event. We're going to get into the backstory. Again, like I've said, the multiplayer has a lot more backstory to it. It's pretty crazy. Finally, at the bottom of this page, the all-important live service. It looks like there will be a paid for and a free battle pass, and there are going to be 4 seasons with 4 battle passes, 4 new specialists, along with more fresh content in the first year, insinuating that hopefully support goes on, you know, beyond the year 1. But the live service looks to be very similar to Apex Legends, very similar to Call of Duty. New specialists are going to be dropping along with battle passes. Let's hope that the specialists and the weapons are in the free version of the battle pass. Let's really let's cross our fingers for that. So that's the live service. Let's look at the maps. Now there are 7 maps that are on the website. The Origin stuff that leaked this morning said there was going to be 7 maps at launch only, which if they're big like they say they are, there's nothing wrong with that in my opinion. Yeah, so let's take a look at these maps. They have multiple distinct combat areas housed in a single play space. This extra space means more variety and more meaningful vehicle gameplay. So what it seems like to me, and what some of them look like, is that they're massive, but weather and events will change the map and force you to different areas on the map. So it looks really cool. The first one is called Orbital. Now this one is in French Guiana. It's a race against time. So this is where the rocket stuff came from that we teased or that was leaked earlier. This looks like the rocket that we saw in the rocket trailer, and I think this was mistaken by Tom and others to be Tanegashima Space Center in Japan. I think it's actually in French Guiana. Yeah, so let's check the screenshot right here. It's really cool. They put full screenshots of the maps. You guys can see them. I encourage you to go to the website and check these out when you get time, but it looks really cool. I don't know if they're going to do anything with having the rocket be part of the objective gameplay or not. Kind of hope so. It looks really cool. So that's that map. And then the next one is called Hourglass. This one is in Qatar, and this one is what was leaked in the last few days. I don't know if you guys saw those, but those ones that leaked were from this map. So let's take a look at this. It talks about the dust storms. We can see how massive these sand dunes are. We saw some of these in the leaked screenshots. And then there's the city. We'll see the archway from the leaked screenshots in a little bit, but yeah, there's that map. I like it a lot. The sand changing the map, it will be very interesting because that changes the actual shape of the map. That's Hourglass. Kaleidoscope. This one is in South Korea, state-of-the-art metropolis. This one's interesting because it says zip line between skyscrapers and fight among the plazas surrounded by the city's data center. There's a screenshot. Yeah, so zip lines are pretty much confirmed. There is a specialist we're going to talk about in a little bit that has a grappling hook. Sounds like Titanfall, but we will see. So this map looks really cool. The color's great. The detail in these is awesome. So that's Kaleidoscope. And then let's take a look at Manifest. This one's in Singapore. This one has tropical tornadoes, it says. Navigate through cargo containers in this key trade location. Notice that it is actually nighttime. We are rumored to have day and night cycles. That's not confirmed, but I can't imagine them not at this point, the way these maps look. Looks like they're chilling in a little bird with some really nice weaponry on there. But we see shipping containers and stuff in the background. Looks like there'll probably be some aquatic vehicles in the background for sure on this map. I can see a boat back there. Then Discarded. So this one is in India, along strategic section in India's west coast. Colossal ship stranded on a beach. So it looks like these ships were in in port, and then the water went away, and now they're stranded in a desert based on the changes in climate that are going to take place in this game. So taking a look at this one, the texture in these is insane. I don't know if you'll be able to see it through YouTube, but like the rust streaks, you can see the rivets and the seams in the metal, the crane, everything looks really, really cool. So that is discarded. I'm still trying to learn the names of these. Breakaway. This one has some kind of peak in it. I'm not sure if I remember what that is. Intent. So this one, it said it's located in Antarctica. Things are a little bit different. We can see that the Condor is shooting out some flares like it got shot at. And what was interesting here is it says take advantage of destructible fuel tanks and silos that create debris fields and permanent fires when destroyed. So apparently when you destroy these fuel tanks, they burn for the rest of the match, it appears. So that's definitely changing the level quite a bit. And then renewal. This one looks really neat to me. This one is in the eastern desert in Egypt, excuse me. It says there's a giant wall built to secure rich man-made agriculture areas take center stage on this intense map. So it looks really cool. We can see that there's a wall, a large wall, essentially separating the fertile agricultural areas, and then we have the desolate desert over here. But the colors are nice, a very diverse map. I like it a lot. And then we also see the wingsuit that has been confirmed. So that's pretty much all there is for maps. Now let's talk about specialists, guys. So instead of choosing recon, medic, assault, engineer, etc., you play as a specialist. And there are several of them here. There's been 4 that have been revealed that we will take a look at here. And there are going to be 6 more. So there's going to be 10 total at launch. So let's take a look at these and see what we have here. Old Webster. He's an ex-military lone wolf survivalist. Let's just look. He's got a grappling hook that pulls him up and the nimble perk. So it looks like at least this one has some kind of weapon and then kind of a passive ability. Allows the player to move quickly while aiming down sights, further enhancing their speed related advantages. So this guy is a mover. Got a grappling hook and he moves faster while ADS'd. And then Maria, this veteran support. She's essentially the medic. She has a Surette pistol that can revive can revive teammates from distance and also damage enemies. So it's very similar to Doc from Rainbow Six, if you guys have played Rainbow Six. Fires a syringe at friendlies to provide healing. If fired at an enemy, it will do damage. So it will do damage to enemies. Allows the player to her passive abilities, combat surgeon, allows the player to return downed allies to combat with full health when reviving. So what this tells me is that it says she revives them to full health. That could mean squad reviving could come back, but you're only gonna get partial health when you come back. I thought that was interesting. Our friend Boris looks like he is more of a support class. We can see his SG-36 sentry system like right here. It looks like he can place that. It automatically spots and engages enemy targets detected within a certain area. The sentry operator spots enemy targets when the sentry gun locks onto the enemy in question. So this is the first time we see a reference to 3D spotting. It doesn't look like everyone will be able to spot. So I do like that. And then let's take a look at Casper. He looks to be the recon type player. Dare I say camper? He has a recon drone that he can fly around. It spots nearby moving targets and can disorient enemies by using EMP blast. Can be used to designate targets or lock on weapons. Very interesting. There could be it could be used in conjunction with another weapon system to lock on. He has a movement sensor that alerts the player to approaching enemies, both while boots on the ground and while piloting his recon drone. So essentially a proximity alert that lets him know when people are coming. So that is it for specialists. Now let's take a look at the backstory of the game just a little bit. I encourage you guys to read this since since there isn't going to be a campaign. They essentially are just adding a ton of backstory to the multiplayer. Talks about the new normal Essentially, it talks about how everything broke down, also the financial system as well as the environment, and a lot of the cities just crumbled, like the infrastructure governments crumbled, and there is a new collection of people called the Nopats, and what they are people that don't have a country, and then several cities rebuilt, or excuse me, several countries rebuilt, among those being US and Russia. As mentioned in the leaks prior, you can fight as one of these Nopats that sign up to fight with either one of the large superpowers that are left. It appears US and Russia are fighting over the last little bit of countries. So I encourage you guys, if you want to check this out, the backstory is actually really cool, but it seems to be a lot of it's going to be centered around these people from fallen nations that no longer have a nation to call home. It adds a lot of flexibility to gameplay, in my opinion, and replayability. Yeah, I think it's pretty cool to have a little bit of context to the multiplayer. And then they have a frequently asked questions. Let's just look at this real quick. There's some good stuff in here. It just talks about how there's a ton of things. This is where it mentions the robotic dog. Mine's going to be named Greg. It's going to be the best. Talks a little bit about the gadgets, robot dog, as we've seen in the trailer, and seen some of the first leaks are about the robot dog. So there it is. The live service, we touched on that. It goes into a tiny bit more detail there. Then this is interesting. So a technical playtest. There's going to be a technical playtest in July to insiders, but they will be under NDA, so we likely won't get to see any raw gameplay from that. Then in the media page, there are some screenshots. These are actually really cool. We saw that one already on the map. We saw that one. Saw that one. This one is another shot of, it appears to be this first one, where the map that takes place in India, where the tanks are stranded in the desert, where the ships are. You can see the helicopter. There's a lot of people fighting on top of this thing. It's gonna be crazy. I can't wait. Then we see this one. Now this one's interesting. So we see the wingsuit coming out. This looks like the Kaleidoscope map, South Korea. The wingsuit's coming out. Well, this person can also jump because he has a parachute. So it looks like wingsuit or parachute. It's not just one or the other. It's not just there's only wingsuits in the game that you jump off buildings with. It looks like parachutes are an option as well. Hovercraft, those look really fast. And we got my dog Greg right here in the background. Excited, he can't wait to get out there. Not sure which map this is. Off the top of my head, it looks like some kind of more futuristic Abrams tank, just with the low profile. That's what I see. Explosions look amazing. You guys saw the trailer. There's the map with the tornado wingsuit. It looks like this this specialist has some sort of HUD. I don't know if that'll be in game where you can see. It looks like there's some kind of HUD on their goggles. That looks very interesting. But we've seen this specialist quite a bit. Another shot of tanks. This appears to be the India map again. And then we see some jets. F-35, not sure. Let me know in the comments. I'm not a vehicle expert. And then we see lightning and weather. Also, players jumping off the building. That might be the one there. That could be the zip lines also that they're talking about. We can zip line from building to building. Again, there is the French Guiana map with the rocket. Saw that one. Saw that one. What peak does that look like? I can't tell. And then we saw that one. So one of the last things I wanted to talk about was the platforms that it's coming to. Of course, it's going to be on your respective console stores, but as far as PC goes, it looks like it's going to be on Origin, Steam, and the Epic Game Store, as well as EA Play Pro. So that's where it's going to be on PC. And then let's look at the additions. So there are some pre-order benefits. So if you pre-ordered all, you get this melee knife, you get an epic weapon charm that is a dinosaur, and then you get a player card and tag. As far as what you get with the additions, so they all come with that. And then the gold edition adds the year one battle pass. So the paid tiers of the battle pass, which comes with 4 new specialists, 4 battle passes, and 3 epic skin bundles as a part of the so it covers you for the whole first year. And then if you get the Ultimate Edition, that includes that. Then it also adds the Midnight Ultimate Bundle, the official digital art book, and exclusive digital soundtrack. That's pretty much what I had today, guys. I wanted to take a look at the website where all the information was, break it down for you, organize it for you so you could check it out as you wanted to at your leisure. Yeah, that's pretty much all I had today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Keep an eye out for a trailer breakdown very soon. Can't wait to see you guys then. Thank you.